is proudly brought to you by Botswana Post. Rise and shine.
A very good morning to you on this bright and beautiful day. Jacob and Saragoyana. I'm Reza Mass Media, Mass Media Complex. This is the city of gaps. It's a bright light. Kiona Toropo Kolo Kaboroni and with the beautiful backdrop there of the hills behind it. With the days moving forward into the year, it is getting slightly darker, meaning that we are moving into a new season, but we're not there yet because you can feel from the heat that it is still deep in summer. But it's time to welcome you to this beautiful show. DUMELA Botswana, the breakfast show, proudly sponsored by Botswana Post. And I welcome you on this beautiful Wellness Wednesday, making sure that you are well and ready to start your day with us. But of course, I'm never alone on this beautiful red seat. Risika, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Lala. Can't complain. Because when we started, when that camera was playing, at the same time I'm like, so I feel for a, I don't know if it's because winter is approaching.
It's weird because it's hot, but we know what by this time, we know what by the time Easter arrives, there's that cold switch.
And also, funny enough, Easter usually happens in April, right? This time around, it's happening in March.
We're going to be surprised by the weather changes.
I think it's a holiday on the 29th for Haile.
29th, end of this month.
Yeah, end of this month, and then we're coming back on the 2nd. Then what will you be up to by then?
I don't know yet. It's still up for debate, so we'll see when that happens. Very excited to see what comes up. But how are you doing?
I'm great, can't complain. DUMELA Botswana breakfast show Mondays all the way through to Friday. Has 6 a.m. all the way through to 8 a.m. Me namo puisano ya me motsetsi gompieno ke tla be tota ke batla go rutalo ka bodiphatsa jwa motsoko ya le gone gore mme how do you get to, should I say, detach yourself khotsa o tswa mo gona addiction o yone ya go ga motsoko? So ha ile gore motho ile gore ntse o batla go ga motsoko khotsa o eletsa khotsa o gona go goga now and then, that conversation is coming right up.
I think that's a very deep conversation because a lot of people don't want to believe they're addicted. And on my side, I'll be talking to an OB, gynecologist, which is an obstetrician and gynecologist, or the female reproductive system. We'll be talking about endometriosis. That's a big word. We're going to find out more about that. There's a foundation that's happening. That's also part of this conversation. It's affecting somebody around you, whether it is you, your cousin, your sister, your mom, your aunt. It is something that will affect you. As long as there's a woman in your life, this is a conversation that you want to be part of because it affects somebody near you. And It's a very important conversation that we should be talking about today.
Obviously, and most definitely. And Oscar we try to get you fit. Shortly after that, to give you what exactly is happening in the world of sports. Maybe we're gearing towards the Olympics. In terms of the world, and most importantly, discover let's go something saying I know my director would absolutely love training where you're trying to get fit with B Thomas. Let's do this.
Welcome to Get Fit with BOTSWANA. My name is Biki. Our today's session is a strength training. So I would raise the weight. So if you don't have weight, normally encourage about water bottles, or your broomstick. So I will take this as a broomstick. I get it. So now I'm going to use this, but if you don't have anything like this, just find something you can use just to hold, especially when you do the squats and all that. Okay. Before we start, are you guys ready? So just right here. Let's go, guys. Keep going, keep going, keep going. So you go, you go, you go, you go, you go, you go, you go. Come on, let's have fun. Fun, 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 fun. And one, relax. Let's go. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Let's stretch. Okay. Now, right here, our first exercise, we're gonna do squats with shoulder press. So you're gonna go one, hold, then take it up. Okay. Let me face this way. 4, 3, 2, go. 1, go. You push your bounce back. Watch my back. Let's go. I'm right here. Take it up. All the way down. Bend your knees. Back straight. Push your bounce back. Then you go. Let's go. Easy. Take it down. All the way. Let's go. Push it down. Up. And 4, 3, 2, and relax. Okay. Now, let's go down here. You give me lunges, okay? So, I'm gonna face there. Okay. 4, 3, 2, you go. Right here. Hop. Okay. Let's go. Up. Just bend both legs. And chest out. 90 degrees. Let's go. Take it down. Let's go. All the way. Let's go. Push it. Go down as far as you can. But if you can't go down that low, because some of you guys like me now. So you hold somewhere and that's it. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Okay. Now you're gonna give me deadlift and upright rows. So you go all the way down, then up. Fair, leg straight. You just push your bums back. Here. Then push it. Let's go. Down. Up. We go. Take it down. Let's go. Together, guys. Okay. You can add calves raise there on your toes. Now work up. Take it down. Push your bum back. Go up and shoulders. Let's go. Yeah. Up. Take it up, guys. Let's go. Push it up. Let's go. Up. Down. Up. We go. Up. Yes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. And thank you, guys. That was good. Well done, guys. So just go on to BOTSWANA's page, anytime and do all these exercises, okay? You can train at your own time, anywhere, any day. If you feel ordering this time, it's late enough for you, or you find we get there is a okay.
Mothatso madume mo tsatsing la laboraro ke bira karabo miske busena taba go tshwaretse jalo tsa metshameko mo tsatsing leno gareng ga tselo gore tla di le barta le ba jalo ka kolo khotela wa Botswana Tennis Association go utwa jalo mo moeteledipeleng wa bone the updates tselo gore di teng gone ka go gareng ga tselo gore tla le ba le tsere bona mo tsela maabane go emela stapa sa ntha se le banjalo ka go metshameko ya Africa Games se se geditsweng ka go Ghana re tla go bala dithapa tsa gago segolo bogolo go stapeng sa magotsi mochudisana Chiefs gore go iragala eng ka bakatisi morupule le bone bana jalo le mokatisi o moshar le belle jalo metshameko le tshameko ya DStv Premiership finally makhosi wona mer le belle metshameko ya Europa League UEFA Champions League as well as NBA because we are approaching that time of the season, the playoffs, and you know what? Every team wanna get the points, wanna win. Gore ba khone go ipanna phatha jalo mo the playoff spot. Milegale a re simolle go go ba le khotala Botswana Tennis Association go leng gore moeteledipele wa le khotala o kiwa jalo ka re o a itse thipe o tabo a re utwa jalo mo go ene tota ka ba rona gore ba ira ka tsela ntseng jang o ka itsela gore gareng ga tseleng gore o ta di ama re thipe re ta utwa jalo a bua ka the ITF Cat 14 under African Junior Championships 2024 go le gore ne re bona jalo ba tshameki ba rona ba tshameka gareng ga bone Martin Setso leng gore o le a fenya motshameko wa gago 6264 ha se ne hela Martin o leng gore o teng kana le ba tshameki ba tshwana jalo bo Semane bo Phatswane ke bangwe ba tshameki ba leng gore ba tsa karolo go ne motshameko ya under African Junior Championships a ruto jalo mo gore wa itse thipe.
The All Africa Games team is made up of Chelsea Changajuka on the girls side and Kilebogile Munayo, and then on the men's side it's Denzel, who's currently in the US training for the event. He'll fly straight to Accra for the tournament. Then we have Mark Nawa to make up the team. The team would be coached by Petras Molefe, and then the team manager is Nono for Utusite. On the men's side, the continuity of the team is such that this is the team, the national men's team that will be also representing us at the Davis Cup in the next coming few years. So it's very good that they'll be able to really go and compete in Accra. And also on the women's side, that is the rationale too, with Chelsea being there. We couldn't get some of our top players such as Akua, who is playing for University of San Antonio. Right now she's playing really well, so the university cannot afford to be able to release her during the season because they're going to be playing conference finals and they're going to be playing state championships. So she won't be able to be part of the team. And other ladies also who are also playing college tennis.
Right. Le ho re thipe ona re bajela mo dinakong ka stapa sa tennis se leng gore se ta bosele ba ka go Accra Ghana for Africa Games ke dimela le gore mo utile gone re isa jalo ba tshameki ba le bane Denzel Setso ke mongwe ba leng gore ba ra ba isa ona jalo le Mark Nawa ke bone borre ba leng gore ba tabo ba emetse jalo lone le khotela Botswana Tennis Association khone ka go metshamekong yeo kwa go Ghana me ka go ba setsaneng gona jalo le Chelsea Chakanyuka ga mmogo jalo le Monayo mokatisi wa bone taba le Petras Molefe ha the manager etabo ele nono for uthusitse ke bone ba leng gore ba le ba jalo ka go Ghana for Africa Games ya a re mutwe ha bua jalo ka under 14.
We have an under 14 team in Togo that is playing the Africa Junior Championships. The team is made up of 4 players. Martin Setso, Makasemane, Tinashe Phatswane, and then Malak Machin. The team is coached by Warona. The players are doing well. Yesterday we saw Martin Setso winning his first round of the AJC, beating the Tunisian player, and then advancing to go and play the top seed from Morocco. Our team, our doubles team, also made up of Martin Setso and then Tinashe Patswane beat the Nigerians to also advance to the second round of the tournament, which is really good. Unfortunately for Malak, she lost her match. So today we'll see Tinashe Patswane and Makasemane play in the first round. So we're hoping to get even better results.
a re tsejalo mo go tsa tennis re lebelele jalo gore hantse re bua jalo ka tsone tsa All Africa Games ka kwa Accra Ghana re letse bona mo tsetsi la maabane go emela jalo stoppa santa go leba jalo ka go yone metshameko eo o ke tsela re ga di spiri tse leng gore di emelela ne re bona jalo go emela ba swimming bokaira ke bangwe ba leng gore ba tabo ba emetsela ha tshela botswana ba tshamiki ba tsona ba Andile Becker ba tabo ba emetse jalo ha tshela botswana mo go tsone tsa swimming mo lebelela jalo go let's rappelle ba beach volleyball Jack and George ke tsa ke re ba tota ke ba ile gore re taba re ntse re ba lebile gore ba go ira yang ya ka ba ya go tsa jalo ba ya go tsa karolo ko the 13th Africa Games tse ile gore di tabo di tshwaretse jalo ka go Ghana ke sone stapa santa ba ta ntse ba emela mo tsetsi la gompe go ka itse gona le ba ba emelang re solohetse jalo kana re isa di spring coats di se kana ka sepe gona jalo le bo boxing gona le ba weightlifting gona jalo le ba taekwondo ke bangwe ba ile gore re ba romela gona ka go tennis se tse utile jalo mo gore wa itse thipeta re ha metshameko e simologa mme be re nna re buisana jalo le Shadrack Kakpeko ile gore he is chef de mission wa stoppa sene seo metshameko e simolola jalo ka di 8 tsa ga March mme e tawela jalo ka di 23 tsa ga March a ruto jalo mo gore Peaceful Seleka ele the director of sport development ka go le khotela Botswana National Sport Commission.
Team ya rona ntse ipankanya sente jaaka o itse gore re ne re ka 25 be team tsena mo camping ile gore ke le gatola bohelo la go ipankanyetsa no metshameko the 13th African Games ke tsa gore tsa tseno go emeletse di topper di le 4 kana nkare di sport code di le 4 eleng beach volleyball, judo, swimming le weightlifting tse ile gore di a go simolla tshameko mo malatsi a mabedi a tang so ba ntse ba ikatisa ba ipankanya ba siame le bona ba supa gore they are ready to go and compete. Last edition of the games go Rabat ko Morocco ka 2019 re tile ka di etsele di le 14 kana di medal di le 14 mo go tsone tse 5 ele gold tse 6 ele silver then 3 bronze so mo go tsa gompieno tsolohelo tota ne re ka gore maloba ha re tsamaisa team sento ka gakologelana re supa gore di sport code di 9 mirile ma bane re be re tsenya karate le chess ile gona gore ne re letwa yanong ke gore so se tsene re di tshotse yanong re bona gore di ka re leta gore tsenye karate le chess mme yanong go change lo la gore gongwe re ka solohela di etsele di le kae ke tsa gore re ka heta selo sone se ne re se ipetse sa 10 mme e bile gongwe ra heta le sone se tsene re tsile ka tsone ka 2019 ha re ile ko Rabat ko Morocco ke gangwe ntse re tshwenya thata yone ya gore gongwe batshameki ba rona ba ntse ba testa positive the reason why ne ra ba tsenya mo camping go lo gongwe hela bana le team of medical team ya medical e leng gore ntse e lebeletse e etse thoko gore sengwe le sengwe se ba se dirang tse ba di jang ke tse di siametseng go tsena mo mebeleng ya bone tse ba di nwang ke tse di siametseng go tsena mo mebeleng ya bone mme ne go sa helele hela gone go ntse le team ya lone ra dira ka Saturday o hitile ne ra dira session hela ya anti-doping mo batho ba rona ba National Anti-Doping Office bana bata ba rutuntsha the whole team ba rutuntsha the whole team ka bone bo diphatsa ja gore ba ska ba tsa sepe se ba sa se letellwang ke ba bongaka ba team ya rona
go ba jalo mo dinakong gore batshameki ba tsamaileng ke bo mamitsa le gore ko judo go tsamaile jalo Tumiso Phutego in the male category re lebile 60 kg ha botho ba butse ata ba emetse ba setsana mo 48 kg me ha lebella jalo ko go boxing ba gona le ko ba melo molatlhegi 48 kg gona le Rajab Mohammed utukile 52 kg George Molwanta 54 kg Muluki Sekwaipe 57 kg bomme gona jalo le Pheki Bele le 54 kg ha ke mo tse ke no se ata ba le mo the 50 kg. Swimming re isitse jalo Adrian Robinson, Maxine Egner, Andile Becker ga mmogo le Kyra Harry ke bone ba ileng gore ba tabo ba tsama ba tennis se tsere ba utule ke bone jalo bo Chelsea Mitsa le gore ka go weightlifting go tsamaile jalo Alpheus Kagiso ya nota bonga emetse jalo le hatse la botsana ke ringwe tse leng gore di diragala hala athletics yone it's a long list ya bo ba ya Pondori bo Lungo Scotch bo Colin Kibina Tshipi ke bangwe ba ba ileng gore ba tabo ba ile go emela jalo le haseleno go gone metshameko yeo ya Africa Games ka go Ghana a re jalo mo go tsa team e leng ka go Ghana re lebelle gore go iragala dithapeng tsa gago re simolola ko stapeng sa magosi ba leng gore ba tlhalosa jalo gore ba kgaogane jalo le mokatisi wa bone ke bua jalo ka re opa kwa morago ga gore re ba bone ba ka go gumare ba ntse ke stapa sa City Kings mo metshamekong ya FA Cup couple of hours after ba dumelana le rekwa like this they say they have decided in principle or let's part ways ke ha ile gore ba ntsha jalo a statement gore they have appointed Elias Chinyemba as the head coach wa Stapasone so immediately we tell gore ba moka ba he holds a very good record of guiding clubs back to the elite league ba haska ikastapasa traffic and matebile gore will he get them remains the question okay tell gore re Chinyemba ona jalo le CAF A license ne re mona malo ba ile gore o kgagana jalo le stapasa matebile me ya nkyo ile ko stapensa Muchudi sana Chiefs re Chudisana Chiefs re tabogela hapalape hale ko stapeng sa Morupule Wanderers ba ileng gore bona le bona ba tlhalosa gore bana le mokatisi o mošwa o tabang ana le bone until end of this season mokatisi yo ke the feel kana Philmon Makhwengwe ileng gore malobanyana yana ne re mona kgaogana le stapa sa Machiminyenga meanong o stapensone se sa Morupule Wanderers ya ka ke tlhalosa ba tlhalosa gore o taba le go bona until end of the season hela ja ka Chinyemba is one experienced coach re Makhwengwe ana jalo le CAF A re taba re mo libile go bona gore wa go ira yang go stapenseo sa bafana ba magala ba simolla this weekend ya ka ba tabo ba etala Stapasa Nico United ka go Samson Stadium mo metshamekong ele ya the Orange FA Cup Samkole mngwe hela ba bo mme o tshamiki mo tsela gompeko ka Lekidi ka fafa o tloka ka Stapasa Gaborone United ba kopana jalo le Mazothu ke tselo re itse ke go leka go pusha metshameko ya Stapasa Gaborone United le double action ba leng gore ba ntse ba saletse jalo ko morago because of the training camp ya Stapasa the mask ka ko Turkey so dithapatseo ka bobedi ba ntse ba saletse jalo ko morago ka metshameko so mo tsela gompeko Stapasa sa up the Reds ba mogala jalo Mazothu ka Lekidi kick off time is 5 o'clock a re tsamono ga re lebeka ha South Africa re lebelle jalo go metshameko le tshameka mo tsela maabane ele metshameko ya DStv Premiership ka itsela re bonye Stapasa Makhosi Kaizer Chiefs tse ba ya jalo Stapasa Golden Arrows ka no elengwa go fela Golden Arrows yesterday was the 11th game ha ba itsuru win go tawa yeng go thata go Stapasa Mabuti Kenyeza ba letse ba latlhagelwa jalo ba fengwa ke yone Kaizer Chiefs ka no elengwa go le fela Cape Town City ba fentse jalo ke Stellenbosch kano elengwe go lefela ne le derby ya ko Cape Town mme motshameko mongwe le gore o ne le tenere bana Stapasa Usuthu AmaZulu ba ne ba tshameka maleka 1-1 le Stapasa moraka solo moraga gore ba tshameka maleka lefela le Kaizer Chiefs over the weekend ya nki ba ba letse ba tshwantshanya le AmaZulu 1-1 mo tsela gompeko metshameko eo ya tswelela garang ga metshameko e leng gore taba re libile re tabana Stapasa TS Galaxy ba mogala jalo Stapasa Mamelodi Sundowns Chipa United ena le Stapasa Richards Bay ha se Khukhuni eta wena le Stapasa Royal AM o mongwe o te motshameko ke Stapasa Orlando Pirates ya ka batabo ba mogala Stapasa Cape Town Spurs ba leng gore they are at the bottom of the league Stapasa sa Cape Town Spurs bana jalo le 10 points gore Mabakania ba go ira ka tselentsnya before the Soweto derby re tabo re libile Makhosi a ikitsitse mo dilong they won that game before Soweto derby ya no mputsana gore Mabakania bone ba responda ka tselentseng jang mo tsatsela gompieko Metshameko mongwe hela bontsi ja metshameko ya Europa League tshameka on Thursday mme mo tsela gompieko metshameko mongwe hela wa Europa League ya karta wa re bana Stapasa Sporting ba kopana jalo le Stapasa Atlanta ke motshameko le gore wa tshamekiwa mme tare mo tsela ka mosebe re go bolela jalo e mengwe metshameko eta bongwe tshamekiwa jalo ka la boraro e le yone ya Europa League ha re tswa go Europa League re bella Champions League ya no gore ke di hidi thapatsa eleng gore di bobedi bo boletseng bo bukile jalo the spot in the quarterfinals. Those two teams in Leicester Paris Saint-Germain kana PSG ya re ba bona ba etetse stapa Real Sociedad ba fenya stapa Real Sociedad ka notse pedi go elengwe Kylian Mbappe scoring a brace in that encounter o ka itse lo gore se se ra gore aggregate ba fensa jalo 4-1 stapa sa Paris Saint-Germain mo lebella motshameko mongwe le tso tshameka motsela mabane stapa sa Bayern Munich ba letse ba fenya jalo Lazio ka notse tharo go lefela se se ra gore aggregate Bayern Munich ba fenya jalo Lazio ka notse tharo go elengwe Hurricane le tsele wa nusi mo motshamekong o sera gore we have two teams in the quarterfinals that is Real rather not Real Sociedad but PSG ka mmogo jalo le stapa Bayern Munich di taswa ke bomang mo tsatsing la gompieko ya ka go tabo gona le motshameko e mebedi e tshamekiwang stapa Real Madrid ba tabo ba le go ge ba mogala stapa RB Leipzig go ka itsalo gore Real Madrid ba tsena mo motshamekong o ba eteletse pele ka no ele nngwe go lefela gore ba go responda ka tseleng ya stapa sa Real Madrid re tabo re ba libile kana tota gore lona RB Leipzig a ba ta khana go nosa ka ko Santiago Bernabeu re ta bona Manchester City ba ka ko Etihad Stadium ba leng gore ba amogela stapa sa Copenhagen Man City motho a ka re tota ye hela go bua nnete bona it's a done fixture ra simola raballa Man City go PSG as well as Bayern Munich ba tsana ba motshamekong o stapa sa ga Pep Guardiola ba eteletse pele stapa sa Copenhagen ka notse tharo go elengwe re taba re le hare go bolela maduo gore ke di hitse ntse pedi tse di duleng ke di hitse pedi tse le gore di hitela jalo go pele a re jalo mo go tsa UEFA Champions NBA, it is almost that time of the season where we are going for the NBA playoffs. So how are teams doing? So with NBA, automatically they go to the playoffs. The four from both Western and Eastern Conference, the play-in tournament. 18 more 80 qualify to make it, to the playoffs. Metshameko le gore sa le ka simolla o tshameka mo makukung a tsatsila gompieko ne re bana stapa sa Hawks ba fenya jalo Knicks 116 to 100 stapa sa the Pelicans ba fenza jalo Raptors 139-98 the stapa sa Magic ba fenza jalo the Hornets 101-89 stapa sa the Pistons bane ba fengwa ke stapa sa Miami Heat 110 to 118 Philadelphia Sixers ba leng gore they are without Joel Embiid nesting that knee injury bane ba fengwa ke stapa sa Nets Brooklyn Nets 112-107 Mr. Pasa the Cavaliers they stopped the Boston's winning streak ba fenya jalo 105-104 Mr. Pasa the Rockets ba fenza jalo Pasa Spurs 114-101 you are Los Angeles Lakers fan should be happy with this result. Yes, Pasa Pacers ba leng gore ba fenza jalo Mavericks 137-120 motshameko o tsweletseng le mo half time Mr. Pasa Phoenix Suns they are leading Pasa Denver Nuggets 65-50 metare makuku a tsatsila la bone e be gona le motshameko e tshamekiwang ha Pasa the Magic ba ta ba kopana le Pasa the Wizards Pasa the Clippers ba tsa Pasa the Rockets ha Grizzlies ba tsa Pasa Philadelphia Sixers la jalo Cavaliers bana le Pasa Hawks ha Bulls ena le Utah Jazz Pasa Thunder bana le Pasa Trail Blazers. There's a big one this one is a must watch likely it's going to be at 5 a.m. has Pasa Milwaukee Bucks Sabo Yones, Damian Lillard, Bata Bamala Stapasa, Steph Curry, Kibaga Stapasa Golden State Warriors, Mr. Pasa Los Angeles Lakers in a must-win game if they wanna, go above the Kings. Bata Bakapana Stapasa the Kings, Msamiko 5:30. How Lebella Jalo the standings or DM Young, Lebella Jalo Kako the Eastern Conference, Boston Celtics, Kimabella Bako Dimuva Salamara, Stapasa Milwaukee Bucks, Stapasa the Cavaliers on spot number 3, number 4 Stapasa Magic, number 5 Stapasa the Knicks, number 8 Stapasa Miami Heat, with Philadelphia Bama 7, 8 Pacers 9 Chicago, has per number 10 Stapasa Atlanta. How Lebella the Western Conference, Stapasa Minnesota, Kibanabella Bako Dimu, Basalamara OKC, Mraka Balata, Los Angeles Lakers, Mutizilama. Number 3 ke Stapasa Denver Nuggets. Number 4 ke Stapasa the Clippers. Number 5 ke Stapasa Pelicans. Number 6 ke Phoenix Suns. Mr. Pasa the Kings. Number 7. Number 8 ke Dallas Mavericks. Number 9 ke the Los Angeles Lakers. And number 10 etabe Stapasa Golden State Warriors. As things are, the battle between the Kings, the Lakers, Stapasa Mavericks, Sabo Luka Ramoro Jalo le Stapasa Golden State Warriors. And the play-in tournament to see who is going to the playoffs the top 6 ke ka ha leng gore NBA it's a matsama ka terta bo rentse re go ba mo dina go gore ditlhapa tsa gago di rayang. Fingers crossed for my Los Angeles Lakers. But anyway, let's wrap up tsa metshameko ka tselentse jalo re kopana le tsana khante jana metselo some le bothano mra gana kwa bosupa ha tsa bo re buisana jalo le ba run gaps by night ga ta ba duela di athlete bone ba re ba di duetse. All of that we'll hear from the horse's mouth. Money.
All right. Katsinenzi yana wetso ke tsa ke rutla miske gore tla re be le gore boetse gona ka kwano gore a go tsamela mo go tsene tsa metshameko ya ka batla bala le ka tota go itse gore mo kganyeng yone yo go tsamatsamaka ka tselenseng ja go khola gore morago ga ser tla be le gona gore lala go boetse gona ka kwano gore a batla go bua ka endometriosis mme ka se ba re tsamere re go jesa le tlhola rena monate go Discover Botswana me re etela le helo lone la notwane.
The Notwane Equestrian Center was founded in 2017, upon which the guests that came for riding lessons soon asked for an opportunity to sit down and enjoy the ambience and the tranquility outside of Gaborone in short distance. And so we decided to start a little venue where they could enjoy and sit down, which was followed by the request to have something also for the children, which we answered by starting to build a playground. We are offering now guided horse rides for all the visitors that come to our restaurant, going all the way down to the beautiful waterfront of the Notwane Dam. And the activities have now been expanded also to our latest addition, which is called the Barn Sports Bar, which offers sports TV, pool billiard and darts. Rose Restaurant as the centerpiece of the Notwane Equestrian Center. Another highlight of the menu that Zoros has to offer are our homemade pizzas. The Italian style, very thin crust and made from scratch, from the dough, to putting them into our open fire pizza oven on the premises where you can stand and see your pizza become crusty and ready to digest. The Zoros restaurant offers not only the venue to host birthday parties or larger parties for adults. We are also often on offer events like a jazz afternoon. Another thing that Zoros Restaurant and Notwane Equestrian Center are offering are field days for primarily preschools, primary schools and larger groups, in which the children can come here, enjoy the guided pony riding, enjoy the large playground, and with our vegetable garden, which we are expanding to become the farm-to-table food, they can learn how to plant seeds, how we do growing of vegetables, and they then get to take home a seed to grow at home and continue their observations.
Amogela gape mo thulaganyong ya rena, Dumela Botswana, the breakfast show, proudly sponsored by Botswana Post. And as you know, March is a very big month when it comes to women. On the 8th of March is World International Women's Day. And on the 23rd of March, we'll be celebrating World Endometriosis Day. A lot of big words today, and I've got people in the wellness world here with me. Endometriosis. So joining me today, we have Dr. Dudu Rubkega, who is the OB-GYN, OB-GYN, that is basadi, or the female reproductive system. And we have Komoso Mpho Gagusi, who is the founder of Endometriosis Foundation. What a big word. And welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
We're good.
But I'm like the high energy because now I've had my coffee. But thank you so much for joining me today. I think this is a very important conversation.
Yeah.
I did say that if you have a sister, a mother, somebody, a woman in your life, this is something that you must be well informed in.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Dudu, I'm going to start with you. Can you briefly explain how we are like a SWANA gore joking
Okay, thank you. So bolwetse jwa endometriosis ke simole pele ka go tlhalosa gore popelo e bopegilang gore itse gore endometriosis loko tsa teng le tswa kae. So popelo ena le di layer tse tharo. So e ko ntle bitswa go te serosa, e be go latela e bitswa go te myometrium, e be go nna e ha gare bitswa go te endometrium. So bolwetse jwa endometriosis ke ha layer e ha gare ga popelo e itlhelwa yanong ko ntle ga popelo. Go re itlhela go e leng gore ga ya tshwana gore e be le teng e kgona go itlhela mo dikarolong di le dintsi tsa mmele di kgona go itlhela mo ditubung, mo di ovary, kgona go itlhela mo maleng, and then e kgona go re bitlhela gape le a le mo mahatleng tota e kgona go itlhela gongwe le gongwe he emma. So ka bokhutswane ke yone bolwetse jwa endometriosis.
O ka re bo ba kwa keng ka gore ha ngwa re lebile dilo tse dingwe go tenya ha o ja sena kana o ira sena mo ka ikithela ona le bona bolwetse bona.
Okay, so tota ka bongaka le ka dipatlisiso ga re se re itse sentle gore bolwetse jwa endometriosis bo bakiwa keng, mme re na le di-theory tsa gore bo ka tswa bo bakiwa keng. Nngwe ya e leng gore thata re remela mo go yone ke ya gore ha mme a ya setswalong kgwedi le kgwedi mme a tsena mo setswalong ka re itseng ka teng setswalo swantse re be se tswela kontle ka bosadi a kere mme jaanong ka bolwetse jwa re bona gore bontsi ba bomme ba na leng bolwetse ba endometriosis setswalo ga se tswele sotlhe kontle se tla be se boela mo teng se tsena mo ditubung e be se tsena mo mmeleng ya kane ke bua gore se bo kgona go itlhelwa mo dikarolong tse dingwe tsa mmele. So re akanyetsa gore go ka tswa go irwa ke mo go na le di-theory tse dintsi gape mme eo ke yone thata e leng gore ra e berekisa.
All right. I think more re batla go itse thata ka bolwetse than gore bo tswa kae bo irwa keng. What are some of the symptoms that we should be looking out for ha le mosadi gore nya meta ke katumetse ko bongakeng ke ithautho ba gona ho?
Okay, nka rotloetsa bomme tota gore bomme ba e leng gore ba tshwengwa ke re di bitsa di period pain tse e leng gore di botlhoko di gateletse thata di-period pain tse di gateletseng yalo ga di normal ha nka e ba hela yalo bontsi ba batho ba akanya gore nya go siame hela mme ga go normal tshwanetse gore re check re tlhatlhobe for bolwetse ba endometriosis. Bomme ba e leng gore ba na le period e leng gore e heavy kana e tswa thata ba tshwanetse ba ichekele endometriosis. Bomme ba e leng gore ka nako ya tlhakano dikobo ba nna le botlhoko go nna botlhoko ha ba tlhakana dikobo le bomme ba e leng gore ka nako ya period ka nako ya setswalo ha ba ya setswalong ba kgona gore ba nna le botlhoko ha ba tlhapologa kana botlhoko le ha ba ya toileteng gape. So ke tsota tseo ke tsone tse e leng gore re rotloetsa bomme gore e be ba itlhatlhona le tse dingwe bo di-issue tsa malwetse a tlhaloganyo bo depression bo anxiety di kgona bolwetse ba endometriosis bo kgona gore bo hele bo ira yalo le bone mme seo se irwa thata ke kgang ya gore pain ya teng e severe thata so motho hela yanong bo affecta le
your mental health. Because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking bona bolwetse bo tota it's surrounded by pain.
Exactly.
There's a lot of pain,
Yes.
and it's something you can't control because it is your reproductive system.
Yes, yes.
Now, you are somebody who started a foundation, endometriosis, and because you've experienced it. Yes. So I want to get into your experience. What happened for you to get your medical? Just at the beginning, you started seeking medical help. What was your journey like?
Ke godile ke le ngwana o tshwangwang ke di-period pains. Ke tla be ke tsenwa ke mala, ke heroga dibete. I would even pass out.
Wow.
My flow was very heavy, but ga re gola, like ngakana bua mo gongwe go tla be go take pain e normal. And le nna ne ke tsa gore go normal until ka 2008. Ke ngaka ngwa nthare o bilela gore ke na le endometriosis, but ba tlhalosa gore kana the only ka itse gore ke na le endometriosis ke ga ka go ntira laparoscopic surgery. And so that's how I knew gore ke na le endometriosis ka 2008, and already I was at stage 4.
Oh, there's stages to it also. Okay, we'll get into that, doctor. All right.
So tota ke nna di-symptoms tse ke di experiencetseng ke gone go tsanwa ke mala gore ga o tlhapologa be go nna botlhoko. As for the excruciating pain ya yone period ka bo yone ke gore ga ke itse gore di-labor pains ke eng, mme go botlhoko mo go ntseng yalo.
Wow.
Go botlhoko mo go ntseng yalo kore mo ga o itse gore o ka itheng. Ngaka o tlhalositse le ka o buile le ka depression. Bontsi ba rona ba ba na leng endometriosis, we go through depression because of pain. Tota like ngaka na bua, it's not normal to live with pain every single day. And in my case, the pain was there from D1 to D31 tsa kgwedi, whether I'm on my periods or not.
Wow. And I'm sure it affects more than just your daily life. It affects your daily life, your work life, how you relate, your relationships, and everything around that. When you started the foundation, I think your main goal was to inform. What were some of your missions and vision when you started this foundation?
When I started this foundation, tota initially ne la ntlha ke utlwa ka this condition endometriosis na go ene ke bolelwa ka yone. So I ukila bana mo seng go utlwa go bua ka selo eno ya thinking gongwe ke nna hela gongwe go ma go normal tota ga go tla mo endometriosis it becomes a taboo because it involves infertility. Bangwe ba batho ba ba na leng endometriosis ga ba kgone go tshola bana, and ra itse hela mo Setswaneng gore ha motho a sa kgone go tshola ngwana you are shunned. My aim was to raise awareness more than anything. Gore go itse gore there is this condition. My aim was to go ruta bone batho ba re tshelang le bone, our caregivers. O bona batho ba nang le batho ba nang le endometriosis o tla tlhela gore ba tlhoka thuso ga isa ene molwetse, because molwetse wa endometriosis gore o kgona go nna bedridden for 7 days. Sa gagwe le go tlhapa hela o boela mo dikobong. So tota my aim was to raise awareness more than anything.
So that's very overwhelming to even hear about it, because I think it's something that affects a lot of people, and without people realizing it, and it affects the people around you also. Whether whether it's a mother, a sister, a cousin, because my cousin suffers from this, and I had to learn through seeing her experience without knowing exactly what it is. But I want to talk about the health complications, fertility, right? What are some of the health complications or the long-term effects of this illness, and when it's untreated or undiagnosed, or how can it affect a woman?
Okay, so the first complication would be what we call chronic pelvic pain. Just like Mekomoto was explaining that for her, she had pain all throughout her cycle, so it had nothing to do with the period. So that's one of the complications, chronic pelvic pain. The next complication is infertility. Sometimes we do say that infertility is a symptom, but it can also be a complication. And why infertility happens is because a lot of like I was explaining, that these endometrial cells are found outside of the uterus, so they can lead to especially tubal blockage. And when the tubes are blocked, that leads to infertility. They can also be toxic to the semen or the eggs, so that leads to infertility. Other complications that are much rare and take much longer to occur is that untreated, especially endometriosis within the ovary, can lead to ovarian cancer. So we need to also be aware of that. Another one, again, I'll stress that mental health, it can lead to a lot of depression and anxiety. And then, of course, social issues, I think she's also spoken about that. So generally, those are the complications of, or long-term complications of endometriosis.
All right. I want to talk about preventative or lifestyle changes that people can take to. It seems like bolwetse bo, it's something that is out of control, out of your control. First of all, we don't know gore bo bakiwa keng, ha re itse gore go busimolla leng, o setse o ikutlwa o setse o le mo teng. And you obviously need to seek a doctor's diagnosis for that. But what are some of the preventative measures or okay, I'll ask about the preventative measures, and I'll ask you, gore, what are some of the lifestyle changes you had to take during your journey? Let's start with that.
So like I had said before, the cause is unknown. So to say how to prevent it is also very difficult. But what we found is that, like with the what called retrograde menstruation, where the menstrual blood goes back up into the tubes, we sometimes see that in patients who have what we call outflow obstruction. So that means that there's something blocking the blood from coming out, something blocking either at the cervix or at the vagina, or the uterus is not formed correctly. So when we can pick that, it's called uterine or congenital uterine abnormalities. When we can pick that, there are operations that we can do to allow that blood to come out. But outside of that, prevention is very difficult. Regarding lifestyle and diet, there are studies that have looked into vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids, but there's still more research that's needed to say that those actually do work. But we do recommend patients to take this as part of general lifestyle changes, but not to actually say
overall health.
Yeah. So generally, just to summarize, prevention, there's no specific prevention strategy because we really don't know exactly what's causing it. So what we try to say is, once you have these symptoms, don't delay seeking medical advice so that we can catch it in time and control the disease.
All right. And Mekamuzo, what are some of the lifestyle changes, or how has your life been affected throughout once you've been diagnosed with?
You know, with endometriosis, you are antisocial. Because I wake up today, kisiami, khantelega 10 I'm in pain. You make plans with people and I'm not going because I'm not feeling okay. I had to try the diets like ngakana buagore sometimes they help. I had to quit hojasukiri. What works for me might not work for you. So I tried thinking but unfortunately for me, I get a condition and just accept it and get loyal and there's nothing that I can do about it.
And now I want to address some common misconceptions. I mean, obviously, we know when somebody doesn't know something. Obviously, from the medical side, we could from your personal story, you know, but this is not true. What are some of the common misconceptions that you often encounter?
So one of them is what Khomoso spoke about, people thinking that painful periods are normal. Like almost I want to experience a pain every month or normal. That's one of the misconceptions. It's not normal to experience severe pains during periods. The next one is that endometriosis just presents, or the other symptom is just bleeding. Some people just think it's just heavy bleeding, but there's so much more to it than just bleeding. The other main one is the issue of painful sexual intercourse. So some women also think that that is normal, that they should experience.
You don't know anything else but pain.
Yes. So you think it's normal. You've been living like that, then it's fine. It's normal. So that's another thing. Sex should not be painful. Should not be painful like that. Yeah. So
one other thing is People think hysterectomy cures endometriosis. Yeah, it doesn't, because like in my case, I've got endometriosis in my bladder, in my colon, in my vaginal cavity. So if you remove my womb, the endometriosis will still be there.
You can't remove your colon and every other organ because,
and also the fact that every woman who has endometriosis can have kids. That's not true. So my having endometriosis didn't stop me from having one. Well, it's a blessing.
All right, ladies, I don't think we have much time left here, but one of the conversations I want to have is, you're here and we're talking about this. What are some of the most important things you want people to stay informed about? And what are some of the ways that information is readily available? What are some of the ways that we can stay informed when it comes to endometriosis?
Yeah, I think one of the major complications or symptoms of endometriosis is infertility. And we see a lot of times that women or couples rather with infertility stay long without coming to see the doctors. So I'd really advise people that what we say is, if you're trying to have a baby, 1 year elapses, you haven't fallen pregnant. If you're below the age of 35, you should go for medical advice. If you're above the age of 35 and you've been trying for 6 months, no conception, then you should go for medical advice.
Okay.
So that's the main, because a lot of times statistics show that 30% of women with infertility have endometriosis. And it's something that can be treated. There's ways that there's fertility treatments for endometriosis. So I'll just advise that. How people can stay informed: social media, we post about different conditions, and also WHO has different patient pamphlets that people can read. So just go online, look at WHO guidelines. They do just explain in very simple terms most of the conditions really are
Good information is readily available thanks to the internet.
Yes, exactly.
All right, and so you have started a foundation. You have a vision. You want this to happen. You want people to know about it. What is the main message that you put out there about this illness?
Wa itse ke na le gore a batsadi ke ba ra ke re ngwana hela ha simolla complain a re di period pains, and re itse gore bana ba malatsi ba simolla period ba le banyenyane tota. Hela ha simolla complain a re o na le ditlhabi ha tsena mo di perioding, re tse kgato a iswe ko ngakeng before it's too late, because mo gongwe kana tota like ke re le bone bongaka ke re e ka re ka fefosa nako ya go diagnose kana mo gongwe tla be go tsawa le ba ka nna few ya di pain killers go sa check gore problem ke eng. So ga go ka eliminate go checkiwa di fibroids le di cysts through the scan, e be le gone ka reng okay now ke belela gore ke endometriosis kore ka re go ka fefosiwa nako ye go diagnosewang ka yone go ka fema dilo tse dintsi.
What do you hope for the future when it comes to this disease?
If we could find cure. Yeah, because
not even just treatment, cure.
Yeah, if endometriosis could get a cure, because it doesn't have a cure.
Ladies, thank you so much. I feel like I'm celebrating you, both of you, for coming here and having this conversation with me. It's a takeaway, you know. Sometimes just a little information can go a long way, and thank you for the work that you're doing every day. Thank you for also joining me on the table today.
Thank you.
All right, and that is the chat we've been having today. Endometriosis, which is something you should stay informed about. It does affect a lot of people around us. And if it's something that you feel like, okay, maybe I'm going through some of these symptoms, make sure that and just make sure that everything is fine. And make sure that you are proactive instead of reactive. That is the message that I'm taking away today.
Arsana jalo ka thamallo mo go tsa metshameko ke tlhalose jalo gore etare ha re bua ka tsa metshameko e ba re bua jalo run gaps by night ke bela gore ha re bua run gaps by night you still have an idea ya gore ga te sente re bua ka ga eng. Maybe they will be back this year for the second edition. Halele gona le diphetogo tse leng gore di nnile teng, but to hear about everything that ke sebaka se ke re se be ka magala jalo one of the organizers of ba run gaps by night ke ba jalo ka Mbakiso Mawila. Mamba ke so dumela.
Dumela mme ke go dumedise ke dumedise le batswana go gae.
Right. A re sumole ka ha malobane gona le the annual general meeting ya lekgotla la Botswana Athletics Association. Na go balwa di marathon tse leng gore ba santse ba kolota the athletes and unfortunately Rand Gibsbana was one of those who were mentioned.
Inya ke tse sebaka se ke lebogela potso eo. Like we dirisitse le go la unfortunately. Tota go tsa botlhoko gore go nne go ntse ka go ntseng ka teng. But me hela ke rurihatsa gore last year November we did a report ya gore lebelo le tsamaile jang mo reporting eo go na le ba ile gore ke ba fentse dinako tsa bone le megala ya bone. Ne re direla ya le gore go gone le khotla le gone go rurihatsa gone gore keng a me ba go ba duetswe because we paid the athletes last year. So I think ke khangela miscommunication because BEE has the report ya last year.
So from what you are saying, you guys are clear you have paid bafenyi ba lona ba ngwago hitileng.
Totally rona re utlwile hela re bona mo dikganyeng gore go iragatsa but I think re dirisanya mo le bona sentle we will contact them gore re utlwe gore if there are any queries still gore ke diteng re tle re kgone go di bankanya.
Re bankanyetsa jalo the second edition e le gore ta boele ka kgwedi ya August. A re simolola jalo ka to wrap up 2023 event ka ha ile gore tsamaile ka tele tumedisitswe ke eng dikgotho tse leng gore ne le kopana le tsone e nile tsa mohuta mang.
Sa ntlha ke go isa malebo mo batswaneng ka bophara ka gore lebelo le ne le la ntlha la mohuta ono mo Botswana and also le gore ke ne le dira ditso mo Africa me ano ke itumela gona gore keng ke mono ke re nileng le yone go simolla hala ka ena minister wa tsa itshireletso ba sepodisi le ba Lions Den ba gore keng ke athletics club ne re dira le yone we had a very good working relationship le bone le ba BEE hela bana ba re no keng le bone ba Batswana hala ka kakaretso kana ha re taboga bosigo yana gore go na di issue tsa bo traffic le gore keng e nna teng there's disturbance mo ditseleng but re bone support hala e ntsi mo Batswaneng le bana ba ikodisitse lebelo ne ba sa tla ka mowa gore tota ga go irwe ne ba re tshulogile hala ka dipalo tse di go godimo. We had over 4,000 total registrations last year. Unfortunately around 1.5 we couldn't accommodate because ba tsile ka nako ya bohelo tota kana ka ga go marathon o pharologanya ka gore bo di race medal di odarlo ko pele bo di race number di odarlo ko pele so how last minute we tla re setse re tsweletse go sna re ka go thusa ka tseleng tse jang. But all in all we had a event last year ke sone so bona gompieko. We have other companies from as far as South Africa by that are willing to partner with us. They're impressed with how the things went last year.
Yeah, challenges are always there. Like I really tutile more the marathon or hitiling before we can talk about how you are going to better this year's edition.
Okay, I think the biggest challenge that we had last year, the race pack collection. Yes, because we had number and then one of the mistakes that we made last year, which we have learned from, race pack collection the last 2 days. So related to we had over 4,000 people coming at the same time. So but for a very long time cause frustration with the participants. So it's one of the things that we feedback and then we have moved swiftly to correct it. How you could la rona o select a shop ya motho veke no gore ke batla go collect race pack ya gago teng ga re tlo rena le go ene gore ke batho ba go kgobokana central point ba collector mo we have over 30 collection points tsena gore keng 3 weeks before the race o tla bo so collect the race pack ya gago. So that is growth from our side based on the feedback ne re hiwa ke Batswana.
Yeah, I remember us at Game City last year. It was hectic. But I'm glad you guys have, decided to come up with a better plan. Collect the respect. This year, what are you promising, Batswana? What can we expect from Rand Gibsbana?
Rand Gibsbana gare tlhama mo ngwagong o hitileng re tsere maikano a goreng ra go dira ditso ka lebelole. Not just by virtue of it being the first night marathon, but kahare lebelo ka teng. This year we are introducing mo go bitsa re defend packs. Defend packs ke wena gore keng ra go mela fan pack ko Francis Town mo Gaborone ko Maung le ko Kasane.
this fan parks ke tsena gore keng people ba sa khona go tla lebelong mme ba batla go lebella lebelo. We are going to set up a very big screen where people go and chill and have an opportunity to appreciate the lebelo la bone. Kana lebelo le ke lebelo la Batswana. We have to ensure gore keng we have as much reach mo Batswana as possible. So how sa khone go tla lebelong because go mota bono thogetse ha wa chaisa o tle bo itse gore nya ke tsena ha boketekete ke a gona litsala tsa mere lebella lebelo gore ke mangwe ba asia ba bangwe. The other exciting initiative e leng gore ke yone go buiwa ntata gompie ka mo gaborone ke competition ya the biggest loser challenge. We are introducing competition at the biggest loser challenge e le gore team challenge. Batho ba le 10 ba register as a team and then ba go embark on a healthy lifestyle journey e le gore ke the whole idea is for people to support each other ya ka ba adopt a healthy lifestyle. One of the issues through the Ministry of Health le NAPA le Ministry of Youth in a non-communicable diseases. So through this initiative, we are also trying to meet Horment halfway to say we are also initiating this but how the team 18 campuses but at a go. So 10 people will represent a team. We are going to do a group weigh-in mass media but and then we're going to have the periodical weigh-ins weigh-in let's say mass media is total ya 200 kg ha competition ya go hela ba heletse ka 150 gongwe ba ga mawila enterprise gongwe bone ba simoletse ka 250 gongwe bone ba mo go 230 go ra gore mass media ke to be winner because they would have lost more weight. The whole idea ke gona gore ke batho ba supportane in terms of go impact on this journey because kana how the biggest loser challenge e motho a le mongwe hela la ha ke batla go inela yes, but if we are doing it as a group, there's that support system. Right. Currently, we already have 43 teams that have registered. So that is around 430 people that they have already registered. Let's run a flyer just yesterday. So already we are receiving a lot of calls from interested parties.
Yeah, I think that's very interesting. The biggest loser challenge.
The first way in the 15th April. So which means all companies and teams register, they should have registered by the 15th April. So that when we do, because it's important for you can't start after them. So by the 15th you should have registered. One of the issues in the you still have an opportunity to register up until the 15th.
So it looks like they're interested in it. Are there prizes for the winners?
The team is going to be represented by 10 people.
Yeah.
It's not just limited to those 10. We want mass media 50 building. So in terms of the price, that is the main price. As much as the team will be represented by 10, we are going to have 20 slots for people they'll be taken on vacation, marathon. Vacation the official launch.
Guys, I need 9 people we can do this vacationing. It's very important. Just team mass media. Me registration the marathon itself. The first part. How was it? How did it go?
Run Games by Night strives on making history. For the first time in this country, we are going to have runners batabohaka dikipartidina le maina bone ko morago. Kora ha o heta o taboga o heta motabi go go Kenya. Nta ba bana re nya me karabo kyole ke na mpitileng ka short.
Man should be ready.
So this personalized t-shirts, they were limited to phase 1. We had 1,000 t-shirts. They were personalized. Unfortunately, di hedile. Miano ke tshwaela ke riana kere. Registration is still ongoing. The phase 2 in 4,000 registration slots. Memo of those 4,000 since the bullet phase 2, 200 is 3.8. As much as you didn't make it for phase 1, it is important that you secure your spot today. Because how can we last minute? Last year, around 1.5 people ba tla last ba itlhela gore gate go setse go tswetswe. So let's secure our slots today. It's going to be an exciting edition. Like we are going to defend park. O ta bota ba mo Gaborone motho ko ka sana go lebile mo big screen gore nya mme ka re bokiole ke na a di go gang ko pele kana a di go morago. So it's going to be a very exciting edition. Like Kineki Bua last time, the aim is to ensure that Botswana becomes a sports tourism destination through this race. We are happy to announce that UK, the EU ambassador to SADC, Me Petra Perea, last year we attended one of our activations about poster on EU ring. There's an exciting race in Botswana. We attended it. It's a male hella center. So you can see in terms of Horabamo mapping, in terms of run gaps by night, we're already making strides, despite the fact that last year edition
Senta gompieko tabelo ga ska in case motho a ipotsara ga tabelo di ka re check di calendar tsa rona gore a re taborele sharp gore re ka register and come to gaps and run.
Ha re tla mo run gaps by night ga go checkwe calendar gore Monday tala mohiri kwa lentele ntsora itso a itso gore wa go release the 17th of August ra taboga mo Gaborone. Last year you can remember we postponed because of Police Day, but this year we have tried to move it away from the date Lashala Police Day, so the 17th Kirnaba.
Right, my director is excited. It's going to be his birthday, 17th August. DUMELA rota Husiana and get himself a very good birthday present. We win a 5 kilometers in Yana Hela won't be bad, bossa. But Harilibella sponsors, where are they? Where are the sponsors, Mawila?
The sponsors are the thing, but we still encourage people to come on board because key initiative is a unique initiative. The outreach let's take for example the Biggest Loser Challenge. Biggest Loser Challenge is about a healthy lifestyle. You have corporates but the products that the breakfast cereal. This is an opportunity for you to come on board and partner. Haribuaka Biggest Loser Challenge, we are talking about the medical aid. It's an opportunity for you to come on board. But in general, the sponsors are there's a lot of interest in the race. We are still discussing. There's a South African company, broadcasting company, which wants to also come on board. So you can see, last year we had to run around, but this year things are somewhat in the, they are working in the reverse because of the hard work that we have put in and also support the Botswana. We are indebted to Botswana in terms of the support that they give to us. Members of the media last year we were almost on the news almost every week. They were all hands on deck. So I think as a country we are in the right direction. We are going in the right direction because ambition aron for any competition or host. These are some of the things they should point out to say we have this major race corona. We are hosting it successfully.
17th August, run gaps ba biggest loser when is the final day way in and
biggest loser final way in is a week before the race. But the periodical way in, they also include the health checks. You are free to do that. Body aerobics there's that get together and we do the aerobics and then we weigh in. But from a corporate standpoint, it's an opportunity for teamwork. It's a team building activity, so we should take advantage of that opportunity.
Right. Registration, where do people register? In case I don't know how you wouldn't know what register you are young, how do they register?
Okay. We have gone paperless. We have a technological sponsor called Stance Technologies, Baira Dito. For any technical solutions, they are the right people to go to. You simply go on WhatsApp, you dial, you send hi to 7555 9959. 7555 9959. o senda le go high hela h le I ke itse gore ga go le gantsi bangwe ba khabisa ba tsenya le iko behelo bangwe ba tsenya ditsejwana bangwe ba tsenya di smile but just send h le I hela and then you are on your way to register.
It's very simple.
It's a 2 minutes exercise at the very
yeah, it's very simple. Valentine happy Valentine's Day. Don't forget to register for Run Games by Night. But anyway, Mawile, thank you so much for your time. Run Games by Night edition 2. Right. La Run Gaps by Night the registration phase 2 is open. Phase 1 is phase 1 ba gota ga ka di t-shirt di kwadilwe maina a bone mo itsela gore lebelo leo le ka di 17 tsa August. So ya ka utule, just go on WhatsApp and send hi HI. Don't put emojis and everything, no, just HI. You'll be done. You'll take it from there. Duela online. They are paperless, like he was saying. And na mo tsela la bararo re kgagana ka tsela ntse jalo re kapana gape mo tsela ka mo se ke bua karabo Miss Cable. Until tomorrow, bye bye.
Back on your favorite show. It's double action.
It's live television. But anyway, it is what it is.
What would you do if social media just vanished out of your life? Yesterday, Facebook for 90 minutes was down. Also, Instagram, everything Meta was down. And
we are talking Facebook, we're talking Instagram, Threads, and Nikki, take it WhatsApp down because I get why it's
yes, it's also part of Meta.
It's part of Meta and they're interlinked. So ma ba ne kola pengoska kanya gore khotsa o ne o khaotse khotsa relationship ya no Mehela Meta was down mo tsatsila maabane for a couple of minutes and ba tlhalosela gore they've lost so much money due to that outage. Le bona kola penka itsela gore ne re ha ro ene be en thabuso alala we ipotsa
anya go te lockdown to kanta ga te session done no ita gore ya hack.
And there's something that I've noticed to you at home. Gore batho ka bontsi ga ba itse di password tsa bone because that was the problem yesterday.
What is my password?
The password I make, so ensure that you go out there and
know your password.
Reset, know your password.
Yeah, so with all of that, it now shows that with social media, we know updates. Because that's what we're given right now.
Definitely. And also on another story, we are left with 7 days. There's a memorial service. Dr. H. Gainkop.
Yeah, I saw that was the president there. Yes.
BOTSWANA and Namibia. Brother and sister. So there's a memorial service on the 13th of March ka 8 go ka 10:45 gone mo tropo kholo ga brone ka go GICC ka ma ke gone go ile go tla dilo go puthagane teng.
All right, so if you want to be part of that, make sure that you make your way then. But also, if we're talking about countdowns, obviously we're going to count down Miss Botswana, with
Miss
social...
World.
Miss World, Botswana. All of us are there. And the good news, it will be streamed on BTV. BTV. Make sure that 4:30 on Saturday. Bring your friends. Taking the world stage and making sure that we're supporting her and taking that, bringing the crown home. Ne?
Most definitely, and there is still one judging. We get to know who is the winner of a Beauty with a Purpose. There is only top 10 announced it. So the Genesis Project is it the one within that Beauty with a Purpose project. The the Sustainable Development Goals articulate herself well. Like I told you, they had head-to-head interview the rehearsals now are ongoing.
We can do It's a big weekend for Botswana and the
Definitely,
world, you know.
definitely. And just a quick one also, motsatsing a mabane le tse re bona ile gone gore gone ga ntshiwa elo pego gone gore mapetla skho khotla hitlhwa this coming Sunday gone ka ko motseng one wa Tonota.
Yes, so if you want, make sure that you're using social media for the right reasons. Find out all the information that is happening around you that can help you and the people around you also. So just do that, support, and you know, just stay positive on the social media streets. I'm going to step away and let Resoro take the center stage. Re tla re tsena mo puisanong ya rona ya bobedi.
Sebaka re tsena mo puisanong ya rona bobedi mme ebile e lone e leng gore tla bega la thulaganyo ya gago ya Dumela Botswana Breakfast Show ka go bua jalo ka mental tricks gone gore beele gore o ka emisa kgogo ya motsoko yalo mme gona kone ke na le addiction counselor mme Bontle Jackson. Mme Jackson, good morning.
Good morning.
Le teletsogile.
Re teng ra tsoga.
Ha re tsena mo gone re bolele gore ha re bua ka an addiction counselor, what exactly are you all about?
Okay. Like it is saying, I'm an addiction counselor. I tackle different behaviors, addictive behaviors. Kana gantsi ha re bua ka addiction, people just think about alcohol or substances of abuse, but there are different behaviors that people are addicted to. So generally, we tackle those.
Okay. Gona na addiction e nngwe leng gore teng ke yona batho ba motsoko yalo. Me ano re setse re itse gore batho ba setse ba go ga motsoko. So we want people gona gore be le gore bantsha within that particular abuse e re buang ka yone. So what are the common challenges individuals face ha ba leka gore be le gore ba tswa mo gona addiction e re buang ka yone na motsoko?
Okay. Kana like we are saying, it's addiction and it's very difficult to get out of an addictive behavior, kana just to leave those behaviors. So hari bua ka motsoko kana when it comes to any substances of use, substance use disorders, but ba na le gone gore ba na le withdrawal symptoms, and obviously when you are trying to quit, you are going to face those withdrawal symptoms, like cigarettes, for example, they are used to nicotine. So obviously, they will be withdrawing from nicotine, which means they're going to be having those nicotine withdrawal symptoms. And they will have a problem with managing their cravings. Maybe you have been doing it maybe for 3 times a day, now you want to quit. Those cravings, they are used to you having something. Then also they are going to have problems with dealing with smoking triggers. Some people, different people smoke for different reasons. Then obviously I deal with those triggers because this is something that they are living with and they're going to be facing them every day.
And Jackson, ke batla no gore re change mindset because gona na ke re bua ka mindset change. Gore di technique tse leng gore di teng tse di amang tlhaloganyo gone gore be le gore they help you overcome your addiction e re buang ka yone na ke dife?
Okay. We have some relaxation techniques like deep breathing. But the world has become a global village, so there is no how we can overlook those. Maybe try yoga or listen to some calming music or go for a massage. Yes, I know. The world has become a global village, so there is no how we can overlook those. And you can also go for therapy. That is where we come in, Rona, as addiction counselors.
One other thing I think the environment you have friends by when you're trying to quit and all of that. How do you get to position yourself and live amongst those people, yet you are trying to quit this habit you smoke?
I kere gore yone netani yone those netani ke mo re go bitsa re those are some of the triggers tsone tse leng gore di a bo di dira gore le go ga kere le taba re tsamaya ngwe re le 10 ha re le 10 ana re go ga motsoko rote ha re kopane re anwa majala re go ga motsoko, we do all kind of things. So the now nna ke batla go tswa ya no kana go tswa gore it's not something se leng gore nka re ke tsoga hela maphakela ke be ke re now done with this, I no longer want to do this ibile ka speedy ke be ke tswa go tsaya nako. So ha go ntse jalo go raya gore I have to try and avoid these triggers do tsone tse leng gore di a trigger tsone tseo ha ile gore kana re ntse re go ga thata ha re no le bojala le these friends of mine, then I should try by all means gore ke ska ka ya mo di environment tse leng gore di leader gore re go nwa bojalwa be re heletsa re go ga motsoko. And also be ke dira a kra ngwa ha re tsena go le tsena mo di clubong wa go ithela le gore go go fiwa go no a kre go na le smoke free areas and netan smoke free areas, then I can avoid this netan gore just that environment e leng gore ha ke tsena mo go yone hela ya trigger go tswa mo go yone hela. Be aware of netan that environment. If you know what triggers, then you should try by all means to be aware of them.
Okay. And when as an addiction counselor, would you say gore me motho can entirely live addiction ya motsoko?
They can but go tswa hela mo gore motho a bata willingness kana ha o bata, if you really want to do something you will be able to achieve so ne se leng gore wa se bata. But like ne ke bua gore ga se mo leng gore e ka re o tsoga hela o bo re no sa tsene bile a ke tlhoke go ga motsoko ke dule mo teng le gone go tsentse gore gore o tseye nako o tsame o ntse o ipakanya, then you are going to be facing a lot of challenges along the way, then trying by all means to deal le tsone di challenges tsone tseo like ne ke bua santa ke withdrawal from nicotine wa bona. So ke so se le gore se bokete jaanong how tsama with the process gradually you will be able to quit.
And then in terms of the relapse ke re ga go tla bele gone yet ontso tsama sentle hela dia la khwedi hela madi a sna gore clean mo teng you have that particular relapse. How do you then get to position yourself to know gore it's just a minor relapse but after this I'm back again to sober habits sa gone gore I don't want gore bele gore ke na le this addiction yone ya goga?
Relapse ke challenge e tona mo go bona gore these addictive behaviors how ro le ka gore o tswa mo go tsone obviously you are going to be facing relapses here and there, but determination ke yone le gore e ka go thusa thata like le gone go avoid those yes like I was saying gore kana how now ntse o itse gore wena o go ga motsoko o nole kana house no ha ile gore o nwa coffee then go bata gore o go ga motsoko, then how avoid those things, then obviously you are not going to easily relapse le ha re itse gore gone it's inevitable.
Potsengwe ya botlhokwa I think e hana gore how do I know gore a ke re go na le motho go nang go goga motsoko mo go normal hela ka motho gona go nwa bojalo ha ke zore ha bo le normal ke ha bo nole bo le kana kang a ke le gore ha o goga mo go normal ke ha go le kana kang. So ano ke batla go itse gore when do you then get to know gore you are having an addiction in smoking khotsa ya nicotine? How will I know? Wana hana gone ke addicted?
Yes ke gone mo ile gore a kere how sa dira kana mo gongwe ke gore addiction ena le mo re go bitsa re ke psychological dependence and physiological dependence. Physiological dependence ke ile gore ha o setse o bata gore mmelo wa go tabo go bolela hela gore
ke shut down
a se go yes o simula bangwe ba ingwa ba reng ba diragala ke such kind of things kana the psychological dependence ke ile gore o na wa kantse gore ha o ntse o ntse hela o tabo wa kantse mo go hela gore le ha o re ring no matter what you do you'll be thinking about it.
Go etle go tshwantshe tlhogena le boboko jana mo Facebook e be le gore go akwa di access mo teng ga tlhogo gore a re na cigarette ho.
Yes then you just can't stop thinking about it then ke gone o bo itse gore no ya no gore gore here I really need help. Now I'm addicted to this substance or whatever it is.
It's bringing me to kganyeng nkile ka bua le mongwantare, do I feel gore wa addicted to motsoko be ke mara ke for you to say you're addicted to motsoko khotsa bojalwa ha ile gore that process of you taking that into your system affects how you function. No gore it's an addiction.
Yes.
Gore ha ile gore ya affect hela ka mo eleng gore o ira ka teng ela bo it's an addiction. Yeah, no. How do I affirm myself daily ha ke tsoga gore I can do this? What are some of the affirmations that I need to do? How do I affirm myself?
Yes, ne ke bua ka gona le mo re go bitsang re re ke self talk. Yeah, we have negative and positive. Yes, negative and positive self talk. Obviously the negative self talk ke yone le gore yone ya go gore ya go affect in a negative way, and the positive self talk yone ya go thusa gore o to kgone gore o ka tswa o ipolela gore no, I can do this thing. Wa bona, I can do it.
I can do this. I can
yes,
do this. I can do this.
Hela lo ena gore le even your thoughts, the way so sa ka ntseng hela la ha ntse o ntse hela na mo go wena hela ka ha wa ka ntseng ka teka ke re do tse dintsi kana da psychological. So ha ntse o akanya and you have good thoughts, o akanya do tse di siameng, o sa akanye do tse leng gore wa ka ntse yone that substance that you are using hela, you will get through it.
Oh, okay. And how can you help me understand some of the long-term benefits tsa gona gore be gore ke tswa mo addiction ngwana ya motsoko?
Obviously ra itse gore motsoko o cause cancer. Le this the packets that di kwadile gore smoking causes cancer. So when you stop smoking, why savor from lung cancer and any other cancer that are associated with smoking cigarette and other different cardiovascular diseases. And they end up with having poor reproductive systems or so when you stop, even your health-wise is going to improve your health. Not necessarily when other people are using these substances, then there is a lot saying hygiene. When you quit, you change. Which is very true.
I remember very well because my uncle yes. So imagine how much are you going to lose?
Yes, that is one of Nathan. How do your quitting plan? And maybe it will bring some positive changes into your life. Then we are enablers. We are enablers. You are enabling that behavior. Yes. But harka itse hela le rona hela ra tshwaraganela le bone re motho a gore a re ntale se morara ga ke tsene ga ke dire dio tseo tse leng gore maybe it will help.
Me ano me Bonta Jackson o bona ko ka gore o tlogedisa batho motsoko.
Okay, you better go Acacia Clinic. Acacia Clinic mo Broadhurst Industrial. Eba pileli Barclays. Absa now. Yes, you wanela Acacia Clinic.
Ya ka itse re motho mo 74 ke ba re basatse Barclays nyame ke a tlhaloganya sentle me Jackson me gala ga go le teng mo Facebook.
Next tsenya mo Facebook, but ora gore ke bue mogalane gona
bua ma Jackson.
Okay, mogalane it's 7660 9249.
O boela gape me Jackson
7660 609249 kana motho ka ya gone ko Acacia Clinic.
Acacia Clinic.
Yes, a ba itha ha reception ga ba re ne ke kopa go bona the therapist or the counselor, then book your appointment.
Wa re tsamela me Jackson nya me tla ke tsentse ba se ke go leboga ke dibela re kgogwa motse go etla hela go tla sa ke
ke ta go kutsega
erra we se ka tsele ya le ka ka pisela melene me Bontle Jackson, an addiction counselor at so ka Acacia Clinic e tla ja loko ke tsa kro tsere megala gago gona gore a re go gotseng kgogo ya motsoko a re go gotseng that particular addiction a re affirm yourself for I can do this ke le re so I can do this ke le mamang ko ka tsong le bile o le tentla ke be gone fa ke go tsala la tle go tsala thulaganyo ga go motsatsi la boraro le sa tsela ga go la boraro le wala ka tseleng senyalo mo thulaganyo ga go dumela bosoma breakfast ke dumela le gore tare mo tsela ka moso bontse le go neha between 6 and 8 mo tsela gompieno ne ke na le ene me Bontle Jackson a ka ne re bua jalo ka wena gone gore tsa mo addiction yone eo ya motsoko lala wa utlwa
ha ka ro rena ke mo teng yana
ke ra hela ona le ditsala ona le malome ona le rakgadi ona le mama
yeah but ba teng hela re tsa gore positive affirmation every morning, believing that you can do it, you can beat that addiction is what the message is. Your health is your wealth, okay? Came from financial to just overall health. Le naka ko na ne kenale Dr. Dudu Ribuaka endometriosis. You took big words today. My tongue has been tied, but you know the information is out there. Go out, learn about it, be informed, and help you and the people around you to become healthier.
Yeah. And what's you guys
Hey.
Magic scenario, breathe in, breathe out. Try it.
Breathe in, breathe out.
And then say endometriosis.
Endometriosis.
All right. That's it. Very well. So you're going to get to the dumela breakfast. Nakalina kibidara so much.
Kibidara dilala tsape will say good morning to you.
The Morning Show is proudly brought to you by Botswana Post. Rise and shine.